Alright guys, welcome to the second lesson, and now we continue our studies on effective planning for success. And right now we're talking about the importance of planning, why you must plan. Without planning, number one, there will be no clarity of goal. So planning helps you have clarity of goal. Clarity. You can look at your goals to the face and you said, this is how I'm going to make them happen. There is clarity. You are sure. Planning helps you in defining your clear objectives, and it outlines for you the path to achieve them. So you know that in order to build this 6-bedroom bungalow, let me use our example in the earlier video now. In order for me to build this 6-bedroom duplex, this is the path I'm going to take. I am selling off two properties in Abuja. I am doing this. I am selling my shares at so and so bank. I am saving for a particular number of months, and then you see there is clarity. That is what planning does for you. Not just sitting down and expecting that goals will come to fulfillment from some quarters somewhere. These things don't work, and I can assure you that this is the way that works. I have achieved several goals by the grace of God. Financial goals, of course. In the former course, I gave you about 6 goals you must set for your year 2024. We talked about that already, and the first of them was financial goals. Now when you go to your financial goals and maybe you say, oh, I want to boost my income. Let's say the goal is, I want to increase my earnings to $1 million per month this year. Woo, beautiful goal. That is a financial goal. Now when you have a goal to increase your monthly earnings to $1 million, the next thing that is expected is, what is the actionable plan? You see, there is clarity. Your goal is clear. Your goal is clear. You are not just operating by some fiction somewhere. There is clarity. Now in that particular goal, you now go ahead and say, okay, now my plan for making this goal a reality is, number one, I am going to start a new business. I will get a better job. I will add up an extra work. I will start working remotely. I will work extra hours. I will, there should just be something. But at the end of the day, you find out that the first thing planning does for you is goal clarity. Secondly, and number 2, planning gives you resource optimization. By planning ahead, individuals or organizations can allocate resources effectively. It minimizes wastage. For example, if in our 6-bedroom duplex goal, for example, you find out that when you have a goal for a 6-bedroom duplex, and that's what you are pursuing, you find out that your resources will be greatly optimized. There will be no wastage. Why? Because maybe the plan is all these wastages, money I throw around, luxury cars here and there, I'm going to stop them. Money will not just be wasted. When you find someone who has a goal of building a multi-billion-dollar company, such a person will not be thinking of buying the latest Range Rover. Definitely not. As a matter of fact, a mentor said to me recently that he has never seen any of the richest people in the world driving the latest cars. He said, I have never seen any of the richest people in the world driving the latest vehicle, latest Range Rover. They are consumed by goals and not frivolities and trying to make some name or achieve luxury. Resources are optimized when there is goal setting and there is effective planning. That is what planning does to you. So it reduces your wastage, it minimizes your wastage, and it ensures efficient utilization of your time, your money, and your manpower. It ensures the efficient utilization of your time, your money, and your manpower. That's one of the things that effective planning will do for you. So you cannot help it but plan. A lot of the wastages in your life today is because you don't have a plan. You don't have visible plans that are running your life, that have become your driving force. You see, you can achieve far more than you think if you can sit down. You see, if you sit down to plan now, you will suddenly realize that there's a lot of wastages in your life. And when you put up all these wastages, unnecessary expenses, you find out you can achieve a lot more. Goals are achievable with effective planning. Goals are achievable. Number 3 is risk mitigation. Risk mitigation. Planning helps you to foresee potential obstacles or risk. This is beautiful. I'm telling you. By identifying these things early, it allows for you to prepare ahead. For example, it is in the process of planning that you might find out or realize that, hey, there is a possible challenge that will show up in the course of this vision, and then you prepare for them. Risk mitigation. You find that in the process of planning, you suddenly realize that, hey, this thing might come up. This thing might come up. You know, it helps you even see the difficulties, the challenges, the risk, the troubles that might show up in the course of the year. Some of you might be thinking that the year will be so full of sweetness all through. Maybe because you attended the school of success. No. Anybody that is telling you about success and does not tell you about challenges has lied to you. I know that doesn't sound too good now. Yes. You know why? Because challenges are the lubricants of life. They keep life going. Come to think of it, can you have a world champion without a challenge? No. So when a challenge comes, you are expecting a new champion, or the defending champion retains his belt. You see, that's what happens. So when you plan, you have a broad bird eye view of situations, and you get yourself prepared. So don't think that there will be no challenges in 2024. There will be challenges, huge challenges. You know, while planning for 2024, I already knew the possibilities of the challenges that I might face. And if you have checked our template for goal setting, you find out that one of the things we wrote there in one of the columns is, after writing your goal, the next thing we'll tell you to write is possible challenges. Possible challenges. And then in the very next column, we are expecting you to write possible solutions to those challenges. That's how life is lived. That's how goals are fulfilled. You see, there is no way you can do all these things, follow these principles we are teaching you in the School of Success and Fail. Nah, there is no way. Because here we try to show you life from a real perspective, not a faith and fear and hopeful perspective. No, let's be realistic about life, because that's how life is. So you're going to face challenges, but you can prepare ahead of them. The number 4 thing planning does for you is adaptability and flexibility. Yes. So while plans provide structures, they also allow for adaptability. So a good plan should be flexible enough to accommodate changes or unexpected circumstances. Should be flexible enough to accommodate changes and unexpected circumstances. Now, while planning, you find out that there will be room, you will give room for changes, because things could change. For example, in my country, in Nigeria, a lot of people got to the middle of the year and found out that their plans cannot really pull through. The reason being that things changed. There was a 200 or 300% increment in the price of almost everything. Woo! Imagine you have such a plan. I remember that personally I had to change several plans, as it involves my children's school, as it involves why I had to change certain plans. Okay, this can no more go through, this car can no more be used. We had to start re-strategizing. That is flexibility of plans. Flexibility of plans. Because in a situation where you find out that you have to pay 300% more for a liter of PMS, petroleum, you find out that you will have to choose the kind of car you drive. You have to choose your nearness to your workplace. You see, these are plans changing. That is what planning does. But not just staying that way and not expecting, as some people will say, I will take anything that comes. Whatever comes is the will of God. No, no. God is a planner, and He expects you as His kids to be a planner too. Another advantage of planning is it brings efficiency and productivity. Whether or not you like it, the way for you to be efficient and productive is planning. Planning streamlines every process. It saves you all the long processes of trying to, disturb your head on how it's going to happen. At least, as I often say, make it work for you on paper. Planning is simply making it workable on paper. Before you even expect a divine intervention, let it be workable. Be able to calculate how this 6-bedroom duplex will come to fruition. You should be able to calculate it. You should be able to look at it practically and say, this is how it's going to happen. That's planning. If it cannot work for you on paper, then it's not achievable. Yes, that's what planning does. So it brings about efficiency and productivity. It helps you to be productive. It brings results. Number 6, importance of planning is it supports your decision making. Yes, in the process of planning, you quickly figured out that if I must make this vision possible, I'm going to face so and so financial challenge. My uncle might be a challenge to me in the land I want to build on. But you never thought of it. Or if you were not planning, you wouldn't think that your uncle would show up and maybe have a fight with you on the land or something. But planning will help. Of course, if you just wrote build a 6-bedroom flat, you might not 6-bedroom duplex. You might not even be thinking, which land will I use? How will I achieve it? What month am I looking at? Remember, your vision, your goals must be time bound. We talked about that in the earlier course on goal setting. Any goal that is not time bound is no goal. We talked about the SMART goal. Yes, every goal must be SMART. And the T in SMART is time bound. It must be time bound. I'm going to build a 6-bedroom duplex in the next 6 months, in the month of August 2024. This is the goal. Then you begin to work. So in the process of planning, you find out that this is a challenge that will show up. Then what do? You make decisions in that line. Okay, in that case, I have to go see my uncle earlier. In that case, I have to do this and that. In that case, I have to settle the court case. I have to avoid any form of litigation. That's what planning will do for you. Now, another importance of planning, number 7, is personal development. You see, planning is not just limited to professional or business aspects. I know that there are many CEOs, taking the School of Success courses and all that. But I need you to understand that we are not just teaching planning for your companies or your business. No. A lot of executives take these courses, but it's not just for organizations. It's also for your personal life. Okay, it's equally crucial for your personal growth. You find out that as you begin to plan, your life gets even better. You plan your family, you plan for your health, you plan for your personal growth, your health, education, your hobbies, and anything that helps you contribute to a fulfilling life. That is what planning does for you. So it's important to plan. It will help you grow personally, personal development. Okay, number 8 is long-term success. Long-term success. I believe in success in the long term, not just having money tomorrow and tomorrow you don't have money. A lot of people, I hate it when I see people who were once rich and then later you hear them say things like, oh, when I used to be rich. What made you fail? It is because you did not plan on the long term. Please, we talked about long and short term goals in the earlier courses. Never have only short-term goals. Plan for your future. Yes, plan for your future. Plan for your next 20 years. I often say I have plans for my 50 years. I have plans for my kids' marriage already. Interestingly, of course, my kids, the highest of them is just about 10, 11, but I already have plans for their 10 years, 20 years. I'm planning. I have plans for the organizations I'm going to leave behind. I have plans ahead. What's that? Long-term success. So when you plan, it helps you achieve long-term success. Yes, it's not good for you to just win today and fail tomorrow. It's not good for you to just achieve success today and tomorrow you are remembering when you used to be a millionaire in dollars and now you are asking people for 100,000. 1,000. Doesn't make sense. You see, it doesn't make sense. That's why you must plan. So planning will help you long term. Okay, long term. And of course, number 9 is stress reduction. Stress reduction. When you plan, you reduce stress. You won't go through unnecessary pressure here and there, where you are trying to make this happen, and then you get confused in the middle of trying to achieve a goal. No, because when you plan, you find out that you will have more than one plan. Yes, we're going to talk about that maybe in the next video, and then before you know it, you are on your way to success because you have it all worked out. Oh yes, I agree with you that things don't always go the way we plan, but at least you are better than the guy who is taking unaware, right? Number 10, and we might stop this particular lesson here, is effective communication. You see, planning fosters effective communication among team members, especially for organizations, okay, among team members, stakeholders, or individuals involved. So when you plan your company, you plan your organization in 2024, there will be effective communication among all of you. Don't just go into the new year and your company is not planned, your organization is not planned. What's the financial plan for this organization? How will we achieve? You see, when you begin to plan like this, you might make better decisions. Do we need to downsize? Do we need to employ a new staff in a particular department? Do we need to increase the workloads of staff? Do we need to review certain things? That's what planning does for you. Okay, so a lot more to still talk about planning, but I'm going to stop here. Okay, I'm going to stop here in this particular lesson, and then in the next lesson, which should be lesson number 3 or 4, we will be delving into other aspects of planning. Do not forget that you have all it takes to succeed if you can do what is right. I look forward to seeing you in the next video in this course. God bless you.